Is traveling after 70 still a good idea? You might love the thrill of exploring new places, but have you ever considered the hidden dangers that come with it? Many seniors don't realize the risks until they're in the middle of a crisis. As we age, our bodies and minds change, making travel more exhausting, unpredictable, and sometimes even dangerous. Some believe they can keep up the same pace as in their younger years, but the truth is, after 70, travel comes with unique challenges that can turn a dream vacation into a stressful, even life-threatening ordeal. In this video, we'll uncover 5 crucial reasons why traveling after 70 can be risky, ranging from unexpected health emergencies to financial traps that could quietly drain your savings. By the end, you'll understand why extra caution is essential at this stage of life and how to protect yourself if you still decide to travel. Stick with me until the end, because the final reason on our list is something most seniors never think about, yet it's one of the biggest ways people lose money, time, and peace of mind while traveling. Let's dive in. Number 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. One of the biggest challenges of traveling after 70 is the heightened risk of sudden health issues. As we age, our bodies become less predictable, and conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can escalate into emergencies without warning. At home, medical care is just a phone call away, but when you're in a foreign country or even just an unfamiliar city, getting the right treatment can be a complicated and stressful ordeal. A minor health issue that would be easily managed at home can quickly turn into a serious, even life-threatening situation when you're far from your regular doctor. For many seniors, the risk isn't just theoretical, it's very real. Long flights can increase the chance of blood clots, deep vein thrombosis. High altitudes can put strain on the heart and lungs, and even mild dehydration or heat exhaustion can hit harder in a new climate. Seniors are also more vulnerable to infections, meaning exposure to unfamiliar bacteria and viruses can lead to unexpected illnesses. Take James, for example, a 74-year-old travel enthusiast who thought a 2-week cruise with his wife would be a relaxing getaway. But on the 4th day of the trip, he started experiencing severe chest pain. The ship's medical staff did what they could, but he needed a hospital fast. Unfortunately, being in the middle of the ocean meant waiting hours for an emergency evacuation to the nearest port. Thankfully, he survived, but the experience left him shaken. What should have been a dream vacation turned into a terrifying ordeal, one he later admitted could have been avoided with better preparation. Medical insurance is another major concern. Many seniors assume their regular health coverage applies everywhere, only to discover too late that they aren't covered abroad. Without the right travel insurance, hospital visits, emergency surgeries, and even basic medications can lead to massive out-of-pocket expenses. Some seniors have been forced to pay thousands of dollars just to receive necessary treatment while traveling. So, what can you do if you're over 70 and still want to travel? First, check with your doctor. Get a full health assessment, discuss any potential risks, and ensure you have all necessary medications. Research the healthcare system in your destination and, if traveling internationally, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergency evacuations and hospital stays. When it comes to your health, preparation is key. It can mean the difference between a smooth, enjoyable trip and a medical disaster. Staying healthy is one of the most important factors in enjoying life after 70. But while medical risks are a serious concern, they're not the only reason why travel at this stage requires extra caution. Number 2, increased exposure to infections and contaminants. One of the most overlooked dangers of traveling after 70 is the increased exposure to germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. Crowded airports, packed airplanes, public transportation, and unfamiliar restaurants all create an environment where bacteria and viruses thrive. For younger travelers, a minor cold or stomach bug might be a temporary inconvenience, but for seniors, these infections can lead to severe complications, hospitalizations, or even long-term health setbacks. A single trip can expose an older adult to more illnesses than they would typically encounter in months at home, and in some cases, the immune system just isn't strong enough to fight them off. As we age, our immune defenses naturally weaken, making it harder to recover from infections. Respiratory illnesses, in particular, pose a significant risk to older adults. Studies have shown that seniors are more likely to develop complications from flu, pneumonia, and even common colds, especially when exposed to new strains in different parts of the world. Airplanes, in particular, are a breeding ground for germs. Passengers are often packed closely together, breathing in recycled air for hours at a time, and since people from all over the world pass through airports daily, it's easy to encounter viruses that your body has never been exposed to before. Then there's the issue of food and water safety. Many travelers are excited to try new foods in different countries, but for seniors, unfamiliar ingredients, spices, and cooking methods can lead to digestive distress. Foodborne illnesses like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella can hit older adults much harder, leading to prolonged illness, dehydration, and a severely weakened immune system. And while locals may have built immunity to certain bacteria in their water supply, travelers often don't have the same protection. Something as simple as drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can lead to serious stomach infections. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, and rental cars are other places where germs linger. Many people assume that because a place looks clean, it's safe, but surfaces like doorknobs, seatbelts, and tray tables are rarely disinfected as thoroughly as they should be. Seniors who rely on mobility aids like canes or walkers are at even greater risk since they frequently touch public surfaces for balance. How to stay safe while traveling. If travel is unavoidable, taking extra precautions is essential. Wearing a mask in crowded areas, washing hands frequently, and carrying hand sanitizer can help reduce the risk of picking up harmful germs. Only drinking bottled or filtered water, avoiding raw foods in unfamiliar places, and sticking to well-cooked meals can help prevent foodborne illnesses. For those traveling internationally, getting recommended vaccines and carrying essential medications for stomach issues or respiratory infections is a must. Staying healthy while traveling is possible, but it requires vigilance, preparation, and a strong immune system. However, health risks aren't the only concern. There's one more reason why traveling after 70 can be more of a burden than a joy, and it's something that can impact not just your health, but also your finances and peace of mind. Number 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Traveling may seem like an exciting adventure, but for seniors over 70, the physical toll can often be far greater than expected. Long flights, early check-ins, unpredictable schedules, and hours of walking can lead to exhaustion that's hard to recover from. Unlike in younger years, when a good night's sleep could leave you feeling recharged, older adults often find that fatigue lingers for days or even weeks after a trip. And when the body is tired, everything else suffers. Immune function weakens, coordination worsens, and the risk of illness or injury rises sharply. One of the biggest challenges seniors face while traveling is disrupted sleep. Sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, dealing with noisy hotels, or adjusting to different time zones can make it nearly impossible to get proper rest. Sleep deprivation isn't just about feeling tired. It affects mental sharpness, weakens the immune system, and even increases the risk of heart problems. Studies show that seniors who travel across multiple time zones often take longer to adjust, meaning jet lag can last much longer than expected. What was supposed to be an exciting trip can quickly turn into a misery-filled experience, leaving travelers drained and worn out instead of refreshed and rejuvenated. Then there's the physical strain. Sitting for long periods on a plane, bus, or train can lead to stiff muscles, swollen joints, and even an increased risk of blood clots, especially for seniors with arthritis or circulation issues. The discomfort of extended travel times can last far beyond the trip itself. Even once you arrive at your destination, the physical demands of sightseeing, carrying luggage, and trying to keep up with a busy schedule can quickly overwhelm you. What starts as an exciting vacation can swiftly turn into a struggle just to keep up. Take Richard, a 75-year-old man who had always loved traveling after retirement. He and his wife planned a 2-week vacation overseas, assuming it would be as enjoyable as their trips in earlier years. But after a 10-hour flight, navigating a crowded airport, and adjusting to a 6-hour time difference, Richard was already exhausted before the trip had even really begun. By the second day, he had trouble walking long distances, struggled to stay alert during tours, and found himself needing frequent breaks. By the time he adjusted, it was almost time to head back home, and he spent the following weeks recovering from the trip instead of enjoying the memories he thought he would cherish. Another challenge seniors face is maintaining their usual diet and hydration levels. Many travel destinations feature unfamiliar foods that can cause digestive issues, and staying hydrated while on the move is often overlooked. Dehydration alone can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, making even simple activities feel like a struggle. Combined with poor sleep and physical strain, it's easy to see why so many seniors feel worse after a trip rather than feeling refreshed. Number 4, higher risk of falls and injuries. So, what's the solution? If travel is unavoidable, seniors should plan for plenty of rest days, stay hydrated, and avoid cramming their schedules with back-to-back activities. Taking shorter flights with layovers gives the opportunity to move around, and packing nutritious snacks while making time for naps can help reduce exhaustion. But most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting plans accordingly is crucial. After all, a vacation should be enjoyable, not something that takes weeks to recover from. The physical toll of travel is a serious concern for seniors, but it's not the only hidden danger that comes with traveling after 70. Next, there's the increased risk of falls and injuries. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline, which makes us far more vulnerable to accidents. While a minor stumble at home might not seem like a big deal, a fall while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar place, can lead to broken bones, long hospital stays, or even permanent mobility issues. The reality is that a single fall can drastically change the course of a senior's life, turning a relaxing trip into a painful and costly ordeal. What many seniors don't realize is how different travel environments can be from what they're used to. Hotels, cruise ships, and historic sites often have uneven floors, poorly lit staircases, and slippery surfaces that increase the risk of falls. In some destinations, accessibility accommodations are limited or non-existent, so simple activities like stepping onto a bus or walking on cobblestone streets can quickly become unexpected hazards. Plus, in many places, emergency medical services aren't as fast or advanced as they are back home, meaning even a minor injury can take longer to treat and heighten the risk of complications. Consider Linda's story. a 78-year-old who had always dreamed of visiting Europe. She was in great shape for her age and regularly walked in her neighborhood with no problems. But when she arrived in Italy and started navigating the steep, uneven streets, she quickly realized it wasn't as easy as she had imagined. One evening, as she stepped off a curb in a dimly lit alley, she lost her footing and fell hard, breaking her hip. She was rushed to a local hospital where doctors informed her she needed surgery. Not only did she have to cut her trip short, but she also spent months in recovery after returning home. What was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime turned into an experience she wished she had never taken. Another factor is fatigue. Traveling often involves long days, irregular meals, and disrupted sleep schedules, all of which affect balance and coordination. When the body is tired, reaction times slow down, making a misstep or stumble much more likely. And for seniors with arthritis or joint pain, long walks through airports, train stations, or tourist sites can lead to swelling and discomfort, which increases the risk of losing stability. How can seniors reduce the risk of falls? If travel is necessary, choosing destinations with good accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with uneven terrain, and always wearing proper footwear can help. Walking sticks, supportive shoes, and staying well-rested can also make a big difference. But above all, recognizing personal limitations is key, because no trip is worth sacrificing long-term mobility and independence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you do so and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Let's move on. Number 5, travel insurance and financial risks. Number 5 on the list is the financial risks of traveling after 70. It's not just about health. The financial dangers can be just as unexpected. Many seniors assume that if something goes wrong during their travels, they can rely on their health insurance or personal savings. But the truth is, medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and even financial scams can drain a bank account much faster than expected. For some, one unforeseen event can turn a well-planned vacation into a financial nightmare, causing overwhelming expenses and stress. One of the most significant financial risks is medical care abroad. What many seniors don't realize is that their regular health insurance often doesn't cover treatment outside the country. This means that if you fall ill or get injured while traveling, you could be left with thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even in countries with more affordable health care, emergency medical evacuations, such as being airlifted to a proper hospital, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without the proper travel insurance, seniors could find themselves in a difficult situation, pay an enormous bill out of pocket, or go without necessary medical care. Then, there's the issue of trip cancellations. Many seniors book trips months in advance, assuming their health will remain stable when the time arrives. But life is unpredictable, and health conditions can arise suddenly, forcing a trip to be postponed or canceled altogether. Unfortunately, many airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict policies that don't allow refunds for last-minute cancellations. Without travel insurance, seniors could lose thousands of dollars if they have to change their plans. Recovering that money can be nearly impossible. Beyond medical expenses and cancellations, there's another serious financial risk: scams and fraud. Seniors are often targeted by scammers who prey on travelers, using tactics like fake taxi services, overcharging for simple goods, or even more elaborate schemes to steal credit card information. Scammers tend to target older adults, knowing they may be less familiar with their surroundings and less likely to spot a scam in real time. In some cases, criminals will offer fraudulent vacation deals that turn out to be expensive traps. Consider George's story, a 76-year-old man who had always been careful with his money. He booked a dream vacation to a tropical island, saving up for every part of the trip. But when he arrived, he discovered the hotel he had booked didn't exist. He had fallen victim to an online scam. By the time he figured it out, his money was gone. With nowhere to stay, he had to scramble to find a new hotel, paying double what he had planned just to have a place to sleep. What should have been a relaxing trip became a stressful financial disaster that followed him home. So, how can seniors protect themselves? First, always check if your health insurance covers international travel. If it doesn't, invest in a comprehensive travel insurance plan that covers medical emergencies and trip cancellations. Second, when booking your trip, use only reputable companies and be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. Protecting yourself financially ensures that your travels are more enjoyable and less stressful. Final thoughts: the risks and rewards of traveling after 70. Lastly, when it comes to traveling after 70, it's crucial to be extra cautious with your money. Avoid carrying large sums of cash and be mindful of who has access to your credit card details. Never trust strangers with personal financial information, as travel can bring unexpected risks, especially for seniors. The potential for losing money to scams, the unpredictability of health emergencies, and the financial strain of unanticipated costs make travel a gamble that not all seniors are prepared for. But does this mean you should never travel again? Not necessarily. In closing, we've explored 5 major reasons why traveling after 70 comes with serious risks. Risks that many seniors don't realize until they face them firsthand. From health emergencies and injuries to exhaustion, infections, and financial pitfalls, these challenges can turn a relaxing vacation into a stressful or even dangerous experience. While traveling may seem like an exciting way to enjoy retirement, it's clear that after a certain age, it requires much more planning, caution, and awareness than it did in younger years. So, does this mean seniors should never travel? Not necessarily. It just means that the way they approach travel needs to change. Instead of exhausting long-haul flights, jam-packed tours, and risky destinations, consider opting for closer, safer options that don't put as much strain on the body. Exploring local attractions, taking shorter trips, or choosing destinations with easy access to medical care can drastically improve both safety and enjoyment. Travel should enhance life, not create more problems that linger long after the journey ends. If you or a loved one is considering travel after 70, take a moment to assess the potential challenges. Is your health stable enough for the trip? Do you have proper travel insurance to cover financial risks? Have you chosen a destination that suits your needs and provides adequate accessibility? These questions may not seem exciting to ask, but answering them honestly can help prevent unnecessary stress and hardship down the road. Ultimately, longevity isn't just about adding years to life. It's about living those years with quality, independence, and peace of mind. If avoiding unnecessary travel means staying healthier and safer, it might be worth reconsidering the risks before booking that next flight. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, and reading your comments gives us great motivation to keep creating valuable content. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating inspiring and informative content. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.